Can we use natural nitrogen cycles to create a low-impact aquaculture of locally grown food? That's what I wanted to find out when I chose aquaponics as my capstone project. What is aquaponics? Aquaponics relies on a symbiotic relationship between fish and plants to work. Fish produce ammonia, which becomes toxic to them if enough accumulates. To prevent this, a pump carries the waste to beneficial bacteria, which converts the ammonia to nutrients for the plants, which then brings back clean water for the fish, and the cycle repeats. Why should we care when we already have traditional farming? Aquaponics has many benefits over traditional farming, such as being able to produce 6 times the amount of produce in 1 square foot than the traditional farming method. This also means we can use the land we free up for other things. Aquaponics can be very beneficial to developing countries by increasing food security, employment opportunities, and economic growth. Aquaponics also uses 90% less water than traditional farming because it reuses water instead of needing to replace it. Why did I pick this project? I picked this project because I found the symbiotic relationship between fish and plants interesting, and I already had fish at home, so it wouldn't be hard for me to do. I used a 10-gallon tank, and to prepare the tank for the fish, I filled it up with water and added the bacteria so they could colonize in the aquarium. I also used an air pump and an air stone as it helps with better filtration and minimizes the amount of bubbling I could hear. I decided to use 4 fantail goldfish because they could survive at warm and cold temperatures, and they were big enough to produce enough waste from our plants. I fed them 2 times a day during the morning and afternoon. For my plants, I use strawberry plants because they typically grow very well in soilless environments. I had to use a hose to remove the soil from the plant because the soil kept on getting in the fish tank, and soil is non-organic, so it could kill the fish. I plan to keep my plants in a flood tray so the water could go to the plants and drain back into the tank. However, water kept on splashing out, so I had to use a bigger drip tray I found in my kitchen. Once I decided to use the drip tray, I filled it up with clay pebbles so the plants and bacteria could have a place to stay that was near one another. I placed the tray above the tank so the tray was slightly submerged in the water. I then used a clip to hold the tube that was connected to the pump so the water could get to my plants. I also put some lights above the plants as they wouldn't get much sunlight inside. Bacteria is essential for this project because it converts the ammonia into nutrients for the plants. Good aquarium bacteria converts waste that is built up as a result of uneaten food, dead plants, and fish waste into ammonia, which is toxic to fish. So another good bacteria converts ammonia into nitrite, which is less toxic to fish. To fix this, another good bacteria converts nitrite into nitrate, which is non-toxic to fish except at extremely high levels. This process is known as the aquarium nitrogen cycle. My results for this project have been fairly successful. The plants are growing and the fish are healthy. Although due to the limited time I have for this project, I won't be able to see the plants mature and the fish grow into adults. What is the future of aquaponics? Climate change and poor farming practices continue to deteriorate agricultural lands, and based on current trends, by 2050 we will need 50% more food for a growing population. I think aquaponics has the potential to do really well because of how many benefits there are to it, like being environmental friendly, being able to save a lot of water, being very easy to maintain, being space efficient and affordable. It is also very sustainable and almost anybody can do it if they have the right tools. Aquaponics uses significantly less land than traditional farming, so in the future, it could be the choice many farmers take, especially with their growing population in mind. Thank you for watching my project.